Hello everybody and welcome to my new Let's Play Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke Challenge. For all the information on what a Nuzlocke is, just read the description. Let's get started. Chibify. Alone in a truck. What will happen to me? At least if I die, they'll find my ID. Thanks, Mom. You rode shotgun while I got furniture hitting me all over the place. Here we have our protagonist, Ruby. The reason I decided to play as a male is because of two reasons. The first being is that I'm a guy, and the other is that according to the manga, Ruby's father is the gym leader Norman, so I found this more fitting. An analog clock in a digital age? The room fits my needs, but I wonder where she sleeps. In older games, you should always check the item storage because you will find a free potion inside. Newer games hand them to you, but in this one, you kinda had to know. How fitting, I pretty much have a setup like this. I always found GameCube the last good home console for Nintendo. Welcome to Hoenn, inspired by the real Japanese main island of Kyushu. The region's name roughly translates to abundant relations, as in relations formed between Pokemon and people. How could she not notice someone who is 2 feet in front of her? If only landing a female friend was that easy. Right there, we just met May. In the anime, she's a bit of a ditzy girl type, but I prefer her manga counterpart, Sapphire. Sapphire is more of what people would expect from a Pokemon trainer. She is an overactive girl that loves battling and is a bit of a tomboy. She has a bit of a feminine side, and I believe a good counterpart to Generations 1 Green. Ha! Should I be that guy? The first one is Trico. This is a bad choice because in Generation 3, Grass was special and this guy was attack stats. The second and more popular one is Torchic. He is good in the later game on both special and attack oriented, but for a Nuzlocke challenge, you risk losing the challenge early on. The last one and more smarter choice, Mudkip. It's good offense and defense, which is ideal for Nuzlockes. The main reason of this battle is really just so that you get used to the controls and all that, as well as so you can understand the battle mechanics. It's fairly simple though, you just simply spam the A button and attack the Poochyena. That's my name, don't wear it out. In accordance to Nuzlocke rules, all Pokemon must be named. I decided on Fenric because it sounds similar to Fenrir, a Norse wolf of ice. Mudkip is a water type, so close enough. The person we talked to is Professor Birch. He is a more laid-back professor compared to the other ones in the series. He specializes in Pokemon habitats and distribution. His field of study is primarily how Pokemon behave in the wild. Keep in mind though, when you're doing a Nuzlocke challenge, typically all Nuzlocke challenges don't start until you get your Pokeballs to catch. So any encounters I run on the way to finding May will not count as towards my first encounter, since I'm incapable of catching anything anyways. In Pokemon, the basic things you need to know is you come here to heal and go to the blue building to buy items. Newer games fuses both of them in the same building, but for new fans of the series, this is how things are done. We're supposed to go north and find May. On the left is a route, but it's blocked to us right now, so we have no choice but to go find May. Just a random battle. Only thing to know is that Fenrir grew a level. And learned Mudslap. Good. Right here we have our first rival battle. She's fairly easy. The only thing she'll have is that she'll have the Pokemon that's strong against the starter you chose. But since she doesn't have any moves that are strong against you at this point, it's a simple game of tackling each other until whoever has the advantage. And right here, I missed the first attack. Not a good start. Frankly, I've had a lot of bad luck with this Mudkip in terms of tackles. And she gets a crit early on too. So, you know that potion I mentioned that you to pick up? Yeah, right here's a good time to use it. Since she's incapable of healing, this ends up being quite a simple fight. If only I can land the tackles. 95% and yet I'm missing more than I should be. This is as bad as Hydro Pump. And Frederick grew to level 7. Now to head back home and like I'm not gonna go heal after that fight. Nothing more than a simple straight run to the back to the first town. Now with the Pokeballs in hand, the Nuzlocke challenge officially started. I would catch a bunch of Pokemon, but that would be against the rules. And with that, now we can finally run. For the rest of the adventure, you pretty much will be pushing the B button the whole time. Okay, with the Nuzlocke channel, let's do some recruiting. First Pokemon here in the route, and we have a Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon is actually a pretty good Pokemon to start off, just because it's normal type, and since the first moves you'll ever find are simply Tackle. And since Tackle is a normal type move, it'll get Stab on that. So it'll be very good to have at the beginning. Not only that, but Zigzagoon also has the ability Pickup, which is good for picking up random items. So there's a good chance you'll get stuff like Hyper Potions, Super Potions, and other items that may come useful. That way you don't have to spend as much. I decided to call it Zagzig just because I couldn't think of anything clever. Did a quick heal, and now time to head to the north route and get ourselves another teammate. First Pokemon here on this route, and it's a Wingull. Wingull is actually an excellent Pokemon. It has the Keen Eye ability, which means it won't be reduced in accuracy. Also, it is very good in terms of type coverage this early on. By being both a water and flying type, it's actually pretty good if you choose Mudkip. That way, it can semi-resist May's moves. And also, if I can get it to learn a flying move, that means I won't have to worry about May's Trico anymore. Okay, I decided to call it the Postman just because of what Wingulls and Pelipper's are used usually in these types of games. And there's no one better than the Postman to be your friend. Okay, I think that's enough for one episode. Next time on Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke Challenge, we're gonna head off to the next town and try to meet up with Ruby's father, Norman. Until then, see ya later. Bye!